much?
So the Eagles made it official yesterday, despite Adam Schefter being on with us yesterday, not reporting but suggesting that the Eagles could take their time or should take their time. He wasn't reporting. He was giving his opinion. What's the point? All the other teams are locked up. You don't have to call plays tomorrow. You got some time.
Why are you rushing to do something?
Maybe a college coach goes, you know what? I know it's late. I'm sorry, but I have an opportunity to be an OC at the NFL with a Super Bowl winning team. Absolutely, I will take that job. Maybe there's a guy that's been out of coaching that goes, you know what? I wouldn't mind dipping my toes back in the water. I don't have to be a head coach anymore. I could just be an OC. Or you just hire from within. And that's what the Eagles did yesterday. They hired Kevin Patullo to be the new offensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, we have been talking about this pretty much since the Super Bowl ended. We were talking
about it before.
Yeah,
because of the fact that we knew the job was coming open.
So, not necessarily in favor of the decision. Now, I'll let you have the floor because yesterday you said on the air if they were to hire Kevin Patullo, you would be, quote, pissed was the word you used on the air yesterday. For me, I can't be angry. I got to see how it plays out. But I can tell you, I'm not thrilled that they just kind of did this quickly. And, oh, by the way, I hate it. And maybe Jeremy Fowler misspoke. I don't know. Maybe Jeremy Fowler misspoke. I don't know. Maybe we can have Jeremy on.
Sure, maybe we try to check him down.
Jeremy Fowler of ESPN, we played the clip for you yesterday, said that Patullo was the favorite and he would be rewarded the job because he's been Sirianni's right-hand man since their time in Indianapolis.
And his word was chosen carefully, rewarded with the job.
And I don't like that.
I hate it. That word yesterday got me.
I wanted it earned.
Here's where the only reason, first of all, and Kevin Patullo, to me, has been around football for a long time.
Yeah, he knows the game.
There's positives and negatives to that, though, in my mind. The only thing that would piss me off is if you don't do what you said you would always do. And Jeffrey Lurie has talked about it many times. I found 4 different references, Geek Boy, yesterday, because I had a little time to kill before class. Jeffrey Lurie mentioned 4 different times about their interviewing process. Mm-hmm. And that we always believe that you have to bring in a myriad of candidates to know that you're making the right choice. They didn't do that. That bothers me because it's something that I can point to where Jeffrey Lurie said it in 2016. He said it in 2018 after the Super Bowl. He said it again in 2020. To me, it bothers me that you say one thing and you do another. Do I know if Kevin Patullo is going to be successful? Hell no.
Yeah, we have no idea.
I have no idea. Am I going to doubt him immediately? No. But what I am going to say is this. The guy has an extensive NFL background. He has been working in the NFL since 2007.
It's a long time, man.
He has never been a hot candidate.
Right.
18 years. 18 years in the NFL. He has never been, man, that name, Kevin Patullo, that's a name up and coming. You always hear them. So to me, that's my issue. Do I know if he's going to be successful? Hell no. I do know that Jalen Hurts, when given a chance to share his opinion before the Super Bowl, certainly, as we talked about on the air, we played it before, did not give him a glowing
endorsement. We'll play it for you here again. By the way, I thought you were about to sing Kanye.
Thanks.
18 years. 18 years. Anyone?
Yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah, all right, I'm just making sure.
That's good.
I know I'm the hip one on the show, so
definitely you are.
I just wanted to make sure if anyone else caught it. Jalen Hurts, after the Eagles won the Super Bowl, right? We played this on parade day. So think about this.
Yes, we did.
This was locker clean out day. The next day is parade day, and Jalen Hurts was obviously asked about the vacant OC job, and I think a lot of people expected it to be Kevin Patullo. I remember Jeff McClain was on with us earlier in the week. He was not necessarily in favor of the decision.
But he thought
Patullo would be the guy. You heard Jeremy Fowler saying he was the lead candidate because he would be rewarded the position. Here was Jalen Hurts. And again, this isn't Andrew Salciunas. This isn't John Kincade. This isn't Connor Thomas. So before anybody's listening going, here we go, the Eagles just won the Super Bowl, and you guys are already miserable with something the Birds are doing. Here's the franchise quarterback, Jalen Hurts, not necessarily given the most ringing endorsement of Patullo.
Kevin Patullo has never been he'd have a different role. So it's hard to compare, that role to this role because his job is going to demand something totally different of him. And I have a lot of confidence in him and what he's shown. However, I know, over the years I've learned that's out of my jurisdiction. And so kind of just taking things as they come and trying to go out there and be the best I can be and just learn and evolve.
He did not. That was not a glowing endorsement by any stretch of the imagination.
You know what the glowing endorsement
but
is?
I don't believe he dislikes the guy.
No,
but
the glowing endorsement is, look, I understand it's a new role. I have a lot of confidence in what you did say. I have a lot of confidence in him. We're going to work on this together. I know Coach knows a lot about football.
Right.
Now, we've known that Jalen Hurts hasn't necessarily been the guy to give ring endorsements for people. It may not be on purpose. That may just be how he speaks.
Yeah, that's just Jalen Hurts, I think.
It could be.
It can be.
But
that wasn't how he spoke of Brian Johnson.
And it is how he speaks of Nick Sirianni.
But it wasn't how he spoke of Brian Johnson.
Correct. And he's also very serious, very meticulous with what he has to say. And this was before the decision was made. And maybe he wanted to voice, hey,
now let's
I wouldn't mind
around.
having a guy that has done it before. Because here's my thing. I said this to you guys last week. I said it when the Eagles promoted Brian Johnson. I'll say it every time there's a new OC that's never done it before. You can know all the football in the world. Brian Johnson knows a million more about football than I do.
No question.
Kevin Patullo knows 2 million more things about football than I do because he's been in the league since 2007. Like you mentioned, 18 years, a long time.
18 seasons.
But does Kevin Patullo know what to call on 2nd and 6 when your offense has been sputtering, right? The defense might be gassed because they just gave up a 17-play, 85-yard drive. Maybe not this defense, but they just gave up a long drive, and you've barely done anything on offense. You need to give your defense a breather. Does he know that? Now, look, Nick Sirianni will be with him every step of the way. Nick Sirianni not necessarily known for his play calling.
No, he's told us that he was bad at it.
So now this is your combination.
Quoted.
Brian Johnson at least called plays in college.
He did.
So I understood that one. This one, guys, I'm sorry. I'm not angry, but I will say I don't understand this promotion. He's never done it before. You don't have an adult in the room that has done it with him. Nick Sirianni's never done it with him. Unless you're going to bring in like a guy like Frank Reich, like they did with Vic Fangio 2022 as a senior advisor role. But until you do something like that, I can't just sit here and put full faith in Kevin Patullo, who's never done it before.
And again, it doesn't mean that he's no. If you are saying that he's going to be a great hire, or you're saying he's going to be a terrible hire,
we don't know.
To me, I don't take any of those opinions logically. But what I will say is, you hired a guy that has been around the NFL since 2007, and he's never been a hot candidate. He's never been, man, the Giants are calling about Kevin Patullo. Andrew, if a guy worked at this radio station, and he was around this radio station for 17 years.
Yeah.
And the program director never put him on the air and gave him a show.
Oh, man, thank God it was only 10 for me.
No, he goes, you were on air. You did shows long before that. Stop it. That would say to me, dude, maybe you're in the wrong business. Maybe you're not ever going to ascend to a level that is. Or maybe you're the Rudy story and you come out of nowhere. But what I do know is this.
Or maybe you're a good behind-the-scenes glue guy, which you need.
They did not do an extensive search.
Yeah.
And there are college assistants who would absolutely jump to the NFL. Offensive coordinators, play callers, creative minds. It's obviously not what Nick Sirianni wanted.
Hey guys, Andrew Salciunas from Kincade and Salciunas. Thank you for checking out all of our stuff on YouTube. Make sure you click, like, subscribe on everything that you see. And of course, you can see everything from our YouTube feed. Full shows, interviews, when John's being an idiot, which is like 15 times a day. So make sure you check out all of our stuff on YouTube. We appreciate it.